every golfer knows how important the hips are to improve your golf game. The golf swing requires a lot of twisting, and if you want to maintain consistency through a long round, you need to have decent hip mobility. There are movements and exercises that we can take to improve mobility in the hip joint while also preventing injury from occurring. I'm Jack with Rubberman, and I'm going to show you how it's done. Let's go. Alright, for our first movement today, find a nice spot on the floor. We're going to start by extending the left leg and bending the right leg so your right knee is close to your chest. And from here we're going to move into a nice simple seated twist. From here, with your inhale, reach your arms up, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, rotate your torso to the right, and if you're able to, take your left arm and place it on the outside of your right knee. Your right hand can come behind your back to support. Now from here, we're going to engage the twist. Lead the pose with your eyes. Take your eyes over your right shoulder, and you'll feel the twist engage in your lower back right above your hips. You're going to stay here for about 3 breaths. And when you're complete, slowly release. Lead with your eyes on the way back. Untwist. And pause. Take a rest before moving into the other side. And after you hit the right side, we're going to take the pose on the left. This time extending the right leg, pulling the left knee towards your chest. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, rotate to the left. This time, take your right arm to the outside of your left knee and engage the twist. 3 breaths. And when you're complete, slowly release. This movement simulates the twist in the golf swing. And so with a rest in between each side, you want to take the twist on each side 3 times. Alright, for our next movement, make your way into a tabletop position. And from here, we're going to step into a low lunge on the right side. Stepping your right foot to the front of the mat. And you want your whole foot to be on the floor here. Set your foot about 90 degrees underneath your knee. And to engage the pose, drive your right knee straight over your right foot. You should be feeling 2 sensations happening here. Your right hip should feel a compression, like it's getting squished in on itself, while your left leg is experiencing a lengthening sensation. You can use your hands here to support yourself. If you're feeling any pain here, it's a sign that you've gone a little too far. Maybe ease back just a bit. And if you like where you are, we're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. Find one unmoving object in front of you and fix your gaze. Breathe deeply and slowly. And when you're complete, slowly shift your hips back through tabletop. Real slow, like you're moving through honey, like you're moving through molasses. And before you move into your next pose, just take a moment and rest. Feel how your body is receiving the pose. If you pay really careful attention, your right hip might feel a little bit different than your left. But just hang out for a moment. Feel what there is to feel. As we do these types of movements, we get to understand more about our bodies and the way they feel, the way they work. Take about 30 seconds to 1 minute before moving to the other side. And when you're ready, shift back through tabletop. Breath in, step your left foot forward through center. Get yourself set up where you want to be. And when you're ready, drive your left knee straight over your left foot. Now as I take this pose on the left side, you can really see the lengthening happening on the back leg. But also look out for the compression on the front side. Find an object, 30 seconds, deep, slow breaths. And when you are complete, slowly release. Slow motion release. We don't want to move too fast as we release these poses. Once again, take a rest, whatever position's comfortable. and feel what's going on in your hips. If you notice there, the left hip and the right hip were doing two different things in the pose. So they may feel different as you release the pose. Alright, I got one more pose for you today, everybody. We're going to stay on the floor for this one. Make your way into a seated position. This pose is called deer pose, and it's really going to help us with our twisting. You're going to start out by bringing your left foot in front of you with a bend in your knee, right in front, right down the center. You can come onto your left side here and bend your right knee, hinge your right hip, and place your right foot on the floor by your side. So you end up with a bend in both of your knees. If this pose feels like too much, it feels like your hips are a little too tight, you might like to take a pillow or a cushion and slide it underneath your left hip. Now from here, to engage the pose, twist your upper body to the left, towards your front leg. You can use your hands here to twist and even lean your torso back gently. And as you engage the twist, you should feel a wonderful lengthening sensation on your right quad. And think about the hip joint. It's like a ball and socket, right? Here we're twisting the entire joint closed, and it's allowing us to work the outside of the leg all the way through the hip. We're gonna hang out here for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, whatever you can handle. And the amount of sensation that you take here, it all comes from how much your knee is bent. If you'd like more sensation, bend your knee more. If you'd like less sensation, you can take your knee less. But find your edge, find what you need, and when you are complete, slowly release and bring both feet forward. And as you release the pose, take a moment, rest, feel as we do in between each and every one of our movements. And then when you're ready, we'll switch sides. This time, the right foot will come into a bent position in front. Now from here, bend the left knee, hinge the left hip. 2 joints, 2 points of movement. And to create the sensation, take a twist to your right side this time. Once again, slide a pillow under your right hip for support if you'd like. 30 seconds to 1 minute. It's important to take deep breaths throughout the poses. Keep your body cool. Just like golf, moving your body and stretching your body has a mental component to it as well. So do your best to just keep your cool. Keep your focus in your body. Stay out of your head. And when you are complete, slowly release. Both legs come forward. Remove your cushion and rest. I have so many more exercises to improve mobility and strength in your hips that will translate directly to your golf game, whether it's helping your body stay safe from injury or taking strokes off your score. Keep moving around with us day after day, and I'll see you next time.